Hi, my name is Brandon. I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
And my name is Darius, and I'm from Columbus, Georgia.
We have two children, Akia and Aiden. They are the ages of 13 and 12. They were formed, or our family was formed through a previous marriage of mine, but Darius has been around since the kids were 2 and 3. But again, now they are 13 and 12, so it's been quite a long time.
What fatherhood means to me is being a protector, being a provider, definitely being someone that my children can look up to. We try each and every day to inspire them to be the best that they can be and show them that there's so much out there in the world and that whatever they want to be in life, that they can be it.
Yeah. Fatherhood for me is about being present, and not just from a physical aspect, but also mentally, emotionally. I think that you have to be there. Our children are going to be leaders one day. They're going to be the future. They are our future. So if we don't instill, if we're not there to instill these things into them, who knows what could happen.
I feel like it's very important for us to celebrate Black dads, because Black dads always get a bad stigma. They get a bad rep as if they're not around, as if they're not present, as if a lot of Black kids don't even know their dad. So I feel like we should definitely celebrate the ones that are present, the ones that are around, to show the upcoming generation how it's supposed to be. When you make a child, that's your responsibility, and you definitely have to be around to take care of that child forever. And I don't think that it just stops once the child turns 18. Our babies will always be our babies, no matter how old they get, and we tell them that all the time. And I think it's important for the both of us because we both grew up without a father. So I feel like we put a lot of love and attention onto our children because of a lot of things we didn't have or we didn't get growing up as young Black men.
I mean, not even just to say dads or fathers, but those type of men, we need to celebrate them more because they're not celebrated. I mean, when we as a people think of a father and dad as just being a biological parent, of course it's not going to be celebrated because, like my husband said before, some dads aren't around, and so you get the whole stigma of, Black dads aren't around, so it's not celebrated. Even moms have started celebrating Father's Day because they feel like, well, I've had to put in a double work. But like a situation like mine's, my granddad was involved. I had older brothers who looked out for me and protected me. So those were my dads. Those type of men, those type of influences on my life were my fathers. Those were my dad. I didn't have one father. I had many fathers, So I think that we have to start celebrating those type of men so that we can show again these young people that, dads don't necessarily mean this one thing. Fathers don't necessarily mean this one thing. It's a celebration of men.
Some of my favorite memories from our family definitely would be our first family vacation. We went to the beach. I think the kids were around 2 and 3. They were very young at that time. Just had a lot of fun playing in the sand, watching them play, run along the beach. Another one of my greatest moments was when I graduated basic training, and the kids were there at my graduation. Of course, I hadn't seen them in months. And the first person to spot me was my daughter. And she instantly ran up to me and gave me a huge hug, kisses all over, just a lot of love. I would have to say another great moment would be when we got married last year and we finally blended our family as one. So now we're just one big happy family.
So one of the biggest moments that I can remember is when Darius first met the kids. it seemed like no matter what we did, the kids had to be around. He always wanted them around all the time. I would be at work, he would take them out to the park, he would send me pictures, he would call. I mean, he just really, again, back to being present, he just was always there, and I mean, so active in their lives since they were little. And that's like one of the biggest memories that I will never forget. Being a dad it can mean so many things. It's not just it's not just someone who is a biological parent to a child. That's not what a dad to me means. A dad is so much, more of a leader. So a dad can be a teacher. A father could be a brother. A father could be a grandparent. A father could be an uncle, a cousin, whoever. I think that it all boils down to how do you feel in your heart? How does that person make you feel? Does that person make you feel secure? And I think that we have to celebrate those people.